Welcome to Bierzo. Here we are, we're in the heart of El Hoyo, the main valley in Denominación del Bierzo, up in the northwestern corner of Castilla y León, up near to where Castilla y León turns into Galicia. Over here to my left, over towards the west, the sun is slowly setting into Galicia, and down behind me you can see the wonderful valley and the traditional vineyards of El Bierzo. So we're in the what's called the olla of Bierzo, almost like the cauldron, because we're surrounded on three sides by mountains to the north, to the west, pointing over towards Galicia, and behind us the Aquiliano mountains, which are a bit of a barrier between this cauldron-like bowl, which is Bierzo, and the flat plains of northern Castilla y León, the Meseta Norte, the flat Castilian plain. And that's what gives this region a particular microclimate. Climate change is very important here. It's been an extremely dry year already, but fortunately in normal times this is an area which gets quite a bit of rainfall, not as much as Galicia next door of course, but enough. But it is quite dry at the moment, so you're seeing the vines where are we now? We're just at the beginning of March. The vines are perhaps it's a little bit drier than it would be in a normal year. It's also been very warm this year. On the way here we were seeing some of the cherry blossoms just starting to come through, which is very, very early. It's been a very mild, temperate winter, as we know, here in Spain. So we're kind of hoping for a little bit more normal winter weather before we move into spring. And we're here talking to Isidro Fernandez from Casar de Burbia, which is a family-run vineyard. They've been making wine and farming vineyards around here for generations, and they are 100% organic since 2019. They've got a big emphasis on tradition, on single plot approach, a bit like in Burgundy. Each plot has its own special characteristics, whether that's altitude, whether it's orientation, soil type. It's a really fascinating winemaking corner of Spain, and one that's increasingly on wine lovers' maps, particularly because of two varieties. The red variety, Mencía, which if you like Pinot Noir, for example, it's a great grape to try, and also the white grape, Godello, which we've talked about in some of our other videos. It's a lovely, quite honeyed, quite textured white wine. It's got a lot going on. It's almost moving towards a gastronomic wine. It's a big wine sometimes in the mouth. Delicious wine, one of my personal favorites. So Mencía and Godello, we're really in the home of those two grapes. And we're going to be spending a bit of time here talking to the people who make the wine, talking about the soil types, talking about the climate, how climate change is having an impact here, and looking at some of the winemaking techniques that make this corner of Spain such a very special place for wine lovers. So there we are. In a nutshell, that's Bierzo. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please come back and watch us again soon here on Simply Spanish Wine. We're trying to get out and about as much as we possibly can, visiting some of Spain's wonderful wine regions. So join us on our trips, and hope to see you again soon here on Simply Spanish Wine. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.